Hi, this is Laura Holyoke, and I have an overview for you for our class on Introduction to Research in AOLL for our fall semester. I wanted to say thank you. I appreciate your patience in waiting for this and other things to get up and posted online. So real quickly, just an introduction to myself. I have a few pictures here in the upper left-hand corner. This is from a fishing trip I did this summer with my family. This is my sister. We went salmon fishing up in Alaska on the Russian River, right at the confluence of the Kenai River. And then in your upper right-hand corner was taken just a couple days ago of my son, Caleb, and myself, and our dog, Luke. He didn't just turn 9. Caleb is 9 years old and getting ready to start 4th grade. We were watching the eclipse from the Seven Devils. In the lower right-hand corner, let's see if I can move. I'm not sure if I can do this. Anyway, this is me, my friend Samantha, and this was on an excursion that we did to skin up to the top of Stevens Peak in North Idaho in late January. And then one of my, I don't know if you can read the whole thing. One of my, I can't think of it, kind of my sayings that I like, that fits me a little bit, is I walk around like everything is fine, but deep down inside my shoe, my sock is really sliding off. So some course intentions that I have are to find, interpret, critique, evaluate scholarly research as it relates, not as it relates, in AOLL actually, and for you to develop understanding of qualitative and quantitative research, the basics of it, and then finally to conceptualize, design a research project. So what does it look like to set up a study or a research project? So a cartoon. While doing the research, keep in mind there are only two kinds of facts: those that support my position and inconclusive facts. Some people really like to look in the literature for ideas that support what they think, and some people try to find the opposite. So just remember that research should really be as objective as you can make it. Research should be looking for the truth. So our grades are based on the following 7 activities. My apologies, I don't like to have a lot of different activities. However, I'm not able to break these up a whole lot. I find that, well, I'm going to go over each one of these individually, but for right now, we will take 8 quizzes over the textbook. We will complete a library activity, a human subjects research, certification, partake in ensuing discussions plus takeaways, identify a research topic, and then perform an annotated bibliography on that research topic, and then finally an executive summary of a research proposal. The learning activities, one of them is a library activity, and all that should be laid out, I believe, in the syllabus. If you have any questions, please let me know so I can, because you're probably not the only one that has those questions, that way I can answer those questions for the whole class. And then next is a human subjects research, or an IRB. This certification allows you to perform research, although some of you may not ever do this. However, it just gives you an idea of how human subjects should be protected. This contains, follow really close what the University of Idaho pieces that I have a link to. It's a document, and the part that you need to take is clearly identified in there, and it does consist of 10 modules. You can take one module at a time, and the modules are saved, so you can come back to them. Our quizzes. I find hypothetically that students don't always read the material in the textbook. And I think, especially for research, it's important to read. And then we have ensuing discussions to back up your reading. Therefore, Um, I find quizzes to be helpful to check to see how students understand. Each quiz is open for 3 weeks, and I've bumped in our schedule for the first quiz to actually open next week since I am behind in getting this week started. Your lowest quiz grade will be dropped. If you are really struggling with the quizzes and not doing well on several of them, please let me know, and we'll see how I can help. Ensuing discussions and takeaways. So in groups of 2, 3, 4, 5, or more, face-to-face or at least real-time, to determine how you will meet, the day, time, and place that you will meet, I will post a wiki so you can sign up and say how you would like to meet and your location if you would like to meet face-to-face. And then for people to set up ensuing discussions, to meet with an individual or a group to discuss the assigned readings and assignments that you have. I will post some prompts, and then I'd like for you to add your own inquiries. The prompts will be related to the assignments as we go. What I would like for you to do is record your individual discussion notes, so your own notes from the ensuing discussion, and then organize your notes. I think bulleted points are really best, and then submit your takeaways on BB Learn as an assignment. So I found that doing this via blogs is not real helpful, especially if students post the wrong information and people kind of end up all over the place in terms of your discussions. So I posted this dog blog. I had my own blog for a while, but I decided to go back to just pointless, incessant barking. I hope that you find that the ensuing discussions are not pointless and that they actually can help you understand the material and your assignments. What I'd like to do this semester, and I've changed your schedule, or I shouldn't say changed, I've included dates in your syllabus for Holyoke. For me, I'm hosting discussions on Zoom. So the following dates I will host discussions. They're all listed in Pacific Daylight Time. They're all at 5:00 p.m. I'll host the first one on September 7th, and then the 25th, October 16th, and November 9th. I will come with my own prompts and questions, and please come with yours to discuss the assignments. I haven't done a lot of thinking about whether I will record these or not. So any feedback you have before and right up to them or after them, I really would appreciate you giving me the feedback, because I've never done this before. I've participated in lots of discussions, but never really just hosted them. And today, for some reason, Zoom is not working, so I will get you the link to where those discussions will take place. Somewhere in October, I think around the beginning, that I asked you to identify a research topic. You'll identify a topic, something that you're interested in and related to adult organizational learning and leadership. I'll ask you to narrow your topic and then write 2 draft research questions. And then I'll also have you discuss whether the best way to study this particular topic and your research question is that quantitative or qualitative, and to write a little bit about that. The assignment that carries the most weight for this class is an annotated bibliography. This is scholarly literature related to your selected topic, and you will identify 2 of each of the different kinds of literature related to your topic. 2 reviews of the literature, or sometimes these are called meta-analysis. They usually have a purpose and findings and themes. An opinion article. This is usually an expert in the field that's written about the topic. So I ask you to identify the writer's relationship and the argument that the writer is making, along with recommendations. A book or a monograph. 2 books or monographs. The purpose and the key findings and themes. And then finally, 2 empirical research study/articles. And for you to identify the research question, the methodology, findings, and conclusions. Plus, for your annotated be to include APA citations for each one. This should give you a huge leap onto the final assignment for this class, which is the executive summary of a research proposal, which consists of the following: that you will write a short introduction, cover a literature review, you will state the problem and why it needs to be studied, you will you'll discuss your research design but not your findings. You have references, and then a critical reflection of your own experience as you go through this. I will cover this more in detail as we go through the semester because it may not make a lot of sense to you right now. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you so much again. If you have questions or I have not aligned something between the syllabus or schedule and something that I said, which can happen quite easily, please let me know. I would love hearing from you. Thank you very much.